A lot of times when you're taking a brand new client through and you're trying to teach them how to swing a kettlebell and you're trying to get them to understand the physics of the kettlebell swing and some of these safety protocols that we have, like arm-body connection and keeping the bell close, they have trouble grasping the concepts of it. And so here's 5 physical cues to help your client understand the physics of the swing so that they can learn the swing more safely and more quickly. The first one is going to be the near-far cue. And we're going to have the client start by holding the kettlebell close to their body, nice and tight. And would you say that feels fairly manageable?
I could hold it for a while.
Yeah. And now hold it far away from your body.
Oh.
And now, do you feel that in your back?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take that from you. So just immediately, just that quick cue kind of demonstrates the difference between what it might feel like swinging the bell close, right, and getting it right, or swinging it far away and maybe getting it wrong, right? So closer is going to be a little bit safer. And so now that they've felt that, they're going to intrinsically want to swing it a little bit closer, and that's going to be safer for your client starting off. The number 2 is going to be the arm-body connection. Arm-body connection is super important so that you're loading up the right muscle groups and you're also keeping your back nice and safe. So you're going to have your client hold the kettlebell just like this. So Amber, please hold that kettlebell just right down below your waist. Good arm-body connection, and just stand just like that. And sometimes I might even add a little additional weight. Just stand firm like this. Oh, I can't even budge you. I could put all my body weight on there and you're not going anywhere. Now, have them try what it feels like without good arm-body contact. Go ahead and lean over, let those arms cheat away from the body. Now, can you feel the difference? Just a little bit of extra weight there, and it's not as strong at all right? And so that's really gonna drive home that good arm-body connection so that when they're bringing that bell into that weight-bearing phase, they get that good arm-body connection and they stay nice and safe. Here's another fun one. Ring around the Rosie is what I call this, and this is all about counterbalancing the kettlebell weight. Sometimes, you know, I'll use that term counterbalancing with my clients, and I see a blank look back, you know, like, you know, they're just not picking up what I'm laying down. And, you know, what I'm saying with counterbalancing is, you know, the kettlebell's pulling you this way and you're leaning back the other way with your own body weight to generate some power and also stay safe. So we can practice that without even swinging the kettlebell just by having your client hold on to the handle, all right? And then go ahead and give them a pull. And I say, now lean against my pull, okay? And now I lean against yours, right? And now, not only is Amber holding up the 18 pounds of kettlebell here, now she's holding up my 160 pounds, all right? So 178 pounds. Do you feel any pain in your back doing this?
No.
No? Probably feel your grip working a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
You feel the weight in your feet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My quads a little bit.
Yep. And just make sure that they have a nice straight line from their femur to their torso, and they're not, you know, they're slouching over or anything, but you look like you've got good, strong posture there. Alrighty? Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be the ring around the Rosie, right? We're kind of mimicking that where you'd be holding hands and spinning around in a circle. The pendulum, trying to explain what a pendulum is. Sometimes I'll use the skateboarder on a skateboard ramp analogy or a swing set analogy. But here's a nice easy one that you can do in your gym. You could do this with as your body being the pendulum, or if you have a ball on a string, this will work too. But essentially, if I just have me to work with and my client, I'm gonna turn myself into a grandfather clock. And here's my little tick-tock clock thing here. And Amber, will you go ahead and, I'm gonna keep my arm as loose as I can, okay? I want you to pull this up to about my hip height, or your hip height. Pull the bell up, okay? Boom, and you let go, right? And it'll swing up, right? No higher than the hip, all right? This is physics. Now go ahead and swing it up, or pull it up to about shoulder height. Whoa.
Sorry.
You gave me a good pull there. Yeah, but you can see that it swings much higher, and more importantly, your client can see that it'll swing higher. And what we're trying to portray here is that, you know, that higher backswing will translate into a higher upswing. If you're trying to teach your client that double knee bend and they're like, well, why do I even need to have it come up any higher in the backswing? Well, it's going to let you spread that load out more, so you'll be able to absorb that load a little bit better, and then it's going to come up with a little bit higher, and it's going to come up with a little bit more vertical trajectory when you do it that way. So it's going to stay closer to the body. It's going to be easier to control if that bell is coming up in that more J-shaped trajectory.
I also noticed that it didn't take me very much effort to move it the first time, but even though I almost pulled you over, though, it's because it required more effort to pull it up higher. So that just kind of triggered something in like understanding that the weight weighs the same, but yet, you know, it feels different to move it at different.
And it does, it takes a lot more effort to get it up just those couple extra inches too. And then lastly, we have the partner pass. And I think the partner pass is like the all around, like it's like a really good way to almost teach all of those things plus the swing in a very kind of a fun but also exciting manner. So you kind of have to be able to switch gears on the fly with your client if this one is if they look very timid or scared. But with a very light kettlebell, of course, we're gonna practice passing the kettlebell back and forth. And we'll start with just single hand version here, and we'll start so close that actually both our hands will be on the handle at the same time. But I'm gonna go ahead and just have my client get ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pass it to you.
Okay.
And when I let go, I want you just to kind of absorb it and then pass it back to me, okay?
Absorb it, like I'll go into a swing or pass it between my legs.
Yeah, I just want you to catch it softly.
Okay.
Okay, like it's an egg, okay? So here you go, and I'm letting go. I pass it back and back. And then we could maybe start moving a little further away depending on how comfortable your client is, okay? And of course, you really have to gauge the comfort level of your client on this one and the athleticism. And then there's another version where you can actually do it two-handed, but you got to give a little bit of a forward push so that the handle winds up going towards the client. So on 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Woo! 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. And this can be a good training drill. I didn't even tell you. This could be a good training drill. Even for very experienced lifters. It teaches a lot of timing, how to absorb that weight, how to spread that load out over a longer pendulum. I got you a little excited there.
Yeah.
I really like this one for just training timing in general. So those are our 5 cues. If you have your own cues that you like, please share them with us. We'd like to add them to our repertoire as well. And please let us know what you think. Thanks. Bye.